Okay, so my mom, she and I. By the way, I feel like I've been talking about my parents like a shit ton. I'm sorry, but like, it's just like it helps me come to terms with it because like I keep saying that I've come to terms with it, and like mentally I keep saying that to myself, but like talking it out loud and like working through it out loud like is really helpful, and like it helps. And like I would work through with it with my therapist or like with like somebody that I trust, like my best friends or my uncle, but like honestly, no offense to them, but like I work better alone. Like my uncle talks a shit ton, and anytime we have deep conversations, I always get something out of it. But like he also talks a lot and like takes up the conversation. Like he's not like very controlling, but like he's controlling enough that like it's almost like subconscious that he like controls the conversation and directs the conversation. And like I'm empathetic, so like and like I'm not like purposefully empathetic, like that's just who I am as a person. So like I like don't like change myself, but like it's like I react differently to like different people because like that's like how I work through conversations. I think that's why a lot of people love not love, but like get along with me, and I have like a couple of acquaintances because like I can converse with people pretty easily. Um because like I just like I like adjust myself to a person once I get to know them, and like get a like a I don't know like how to explain it. Like I get just like a like so hard to explain. Like it's just like a thing that I can do. Like I can like just connect with people and like just talk to them, and like they like I'm pretty like not judgmental, and like I just talk, and like I'm really real now because like I'm done being a pathological liar, and like I'm very honest about everything. Um so like people like that about me, I guess. So like I get along with people okay, and like I could make acquaintances and probably friends really well if I didn't have such bad friend and commitment issues and like trust issues, and like wasn't so insecure and shy and like fucking like weird. But like I feel like I would get along with like a lot more people, and I'd probably be like a pretty social person if like I didn't have so many fucking issues. Excuse me. Yes, I just farted. Like, leave me alone. It's a natural bodily function. Like, leave me the fuck alone, okay? Like, anyways. So, yeah. But like, when my dad, like, or I mean, my uncle, like, controls the conversation, I immediately like adjust to that and like am more like submissive in the conversation and just like let him control it, and like I go along with what he says, and like that's just like what I automatically do. Like I'm not like changing myself. Like it's just like automatically what I do in a conversation with anybody. And same thing with like somebody's who's more shy or reserved. Like I usually take like the upper hand and like more control of the conversation and direct the conversation more if the person I'm talking to is more submissive. So or like not very talkative, like you know. But like let's say someone's just shy at the beginning, and then they're like they don't talk very much in the beginning, but then like once you get to know them they talk a lot. Then I take the more submissive role and let them talk more, and then I add my input a little bit but not much. You know, like it's just what I automatically do. Like I don't know how to explain other than that. And it's like it's just something that I like naturally do. I guess I don't know. Like I just naturally do it. Like I'm good at like feeling like and reading people. Not a group of people, because like a group of people like overwhelms me and like freaks me the fuck out. Like I cannot, especially like group conversations. Fuck no. Like I can do public speaking somewhat because like I'm pretty good at like ignoring people, and like I can just like pretend that I'm the only person there and just talk. Um because like I'm pretty good at pretending I'm the only person there ignoring people, because like I do that all the time in crowds. just like mobs of crowds, like, you know, like, but like if it's a crowd of people and like they're all talking at the same time and it's supposed to be like a social thing, like that's like too much for me. Like I can only talk one on one with a person or like maybe one on two, but like any more than that, I'm like, nah, this is too much. Like I can't do this. Like more than four people, including myself, like I can't do it. Like I'm just like, too many people. Like I can't focus on like all of you at once. Like I can't read all of you at once. Like it freaks me out. Like I can't do it. So yeah. So I would say like I'm a pretty like social and amicable person when like one on one with people, but like socially and like a group of people, like not really. um, yeah, but um, yeah, but like I can't talk with my uncle very well because like he's very controlling in the conversation, and I don't think he's intentionally controlling. That's just like who he is as a person. And so like I immediately like take the more submissive role in the conversation and like let him talk more and like don't like talk as much, even if it's something that like I feel like I need to talk about. Like when he talks over me, I just kind of let him because like I'm like used to letting people like just like I don't know, like I just adjust to people, like, you know, like I'm not like I don't like forcing my place. Like I just like accept the role that I've been given and just like do whatever I feel like is appropriate for the time. If that makes sense. I don't know how to explain it. um, but yeah, my mom and I like we just. But I do better working alone, like or talking to myself and working through my problems alone because like with my best friends, like I love them to death. Like don't get me wrong, but like my problems are way too deep for them. Like they are very mature for their age. Like don't get me wrong, they're very mature and intellectual for their age, and they're like really loving and caring people, and they try to understand, but they never really will fully understand. So like, and they won't be able to give me advice either. So like, unless it's something like smaller, you know. So me talking to them and like venting them about stuff like this, like I feel like it would be too much for them and they wouldn't like be able to like handle it. So like I'm not going to put that pressure on them. And like so yeah. But like I do really love them and I do really care for them and like we do connect in like different ways. So like it's fine. And then my uncle, like I said, he's kind of controlling, so I don't really get to talk that much with him. And with my therapist, like I don't get enough time to talk about everything because like I talk a lot and I have a lot of issues, and to get them all in one 45-minute therapy session is not enough. And so typically don't get everything that I need to talk about or work through with my therapist either. So like I just work better alone, I feel like. I mean, therapy is really good for me, but like I feel like I need both. Like I need to work through my problems by myself, but then also like work through them with my therapist, and also converse with like the people that I trust, so like my uncle and my best friends. But like they're not the only support that I have. Like I also have myself. I can support myself as well. But like I have to remember that like I typically do this a lot where like I'm always like, oh my god, like I am the only person in my life, like I can only support myself, but then I have to remember I have my uncle and I have my two best friends, and like they will always support and love me, and like it doesn't matter. So like you're not alone. Like I just have to keep telling myself that and like reminding myself like, okay, sure, you kind of grew up alone, but you're not alone right now, so you're okay. So yeah. And then yeah. But on to topic of my mom, the reason that she's terrifying me, well, not terrifying, but like really hard to handle is because like she's she kind of has similar issues to my mom, I mean my grandma and my dad, because they both, all three of them, think that they're normal, think that they're sane, think that they're like rational thinkers, but they're not. And to some degree my mom understands, that she's not completely rational, because like she has like a mental disorder and she understands that and she takes medication for it and she goes to treatment for it. But she also doesn't fully understand like just how heavy it is, because she's always striving for independence and striving for like to be the perfect parent that she dreams to be, I guess. But the perfect parent that she dreams to be is like not existing, because like I'm 17, almost 18. Like her time to be the perfect parent that she keeps dreaming of is long gone and will never be back. And like she just has to accept that, and she still hasn't accepted that. I've come to accept it, and I'm not angry with her, because I know that a lot of it wasn't her fault. Like a lot of it is like just chemical imbalance and like trauma that has like affected her so deeply that she like literally, even if she did have the proper support and the proper like medication like throughout my whole life, like she never would have been the perfect parent that she keeps idolizing herself and striving to be, because like that's not possible. Because nobody's a perfect parent, and nobody's like always good, and nobody's like the Hollywood parent, like, you know, like it's not gonna happen. And like, not to mention like, especially not for her. And like, so yeah, so I just feel like she's striving for something that's impossible, and like it's too late. And then she also like always wants me to depend on her, but then like she calls me every day and like wants to depend on me, but she doesn't realize it. And I'm just like, that's not like, I don't know, like I keep wanting to like talk to her like I would talk to my uncle or my best friends or like anybody else who I know is rational, but I know that I can't, because she's not able to comprehend it, and like she's not gonna like understand or cope with anything that I will be able to tell her. So I have to treat her like a child. But then that like triggers like my caretaker, and like I want to like fix her and I want to take care of her and I want to always be there for her, which is bad, because like I can't do that because I'm a child still. I'm a minor. B, it's not my place because I'm literally her daughter. And C, it's like mentally draining and like really really bad for me mentally and physically. And also like I have my own life to live, and I have a future that I'm striving for separate from her. Not completely separate, because I never want to be completely separate from her. Like I never want to be completely separate from my dad either, but unfortunately I'm kind of coming to the conclusion that that's inevitable with him. But with my mom, like she doesn't want to be separated from me, and I don't want to be separated from her like indefinitely. But like sometimes like it's just really hard, because like I need a break. Like she's overbearing and like wanting to like care for me, or like thinking that she's caring for me, but really I'm caring for her. And then it triggers my caretaker, and I want to fix her and I want to help her, and like I want to be there for her. And like I almost slip into like the little kid again, who's like taking care of everything and like fixing everything and like doing everything by herself. And like I can't do that anymore. Like I have to remind myself, and like every time I call her or every time she calls me, and like she's dependent on me, like I feel that caretaker just rising up, and I like sometimes literally just have to be like, hey mom, like I'm doing something right now, sorry, love you, bye. Just because like I cannot talk to her, because like it just triggers that caretaker in me, and I can't have that in me anymore, because like it's not healthy. Like it's not healthy for me to be that selfless. It's not healthy for me to be like caring for my own mother. Like, but then like also like I can't like control it, because like it's just so ingrained in me. But like I'm trying really hard. But like it's really hard though, because like she's always calling me and like always wanting my help, and I'm just like I have to keep telling myself, no, you can't go back. Like you can't do that. Like it's almost like it's like a addiction. Like it's like I'm so used to it. Like I'm so used to that role that like it's so easy to slip back into it, and I'm just like you can't. You cannot do it. I just have to like keep reminding myself, keep like at it, because like I can't do it. Like I can't, like I think that's another reason why I can't like, or why I don't want to go into a relationship, like just romantically or like in a commitment, because like I'm so scared of like that happening again, because like I don't want to be that selfless like caretaker anymore. Like that selfless caretaker is like a fixer. Like she fixes everything and she finds purpose only in fixing everything but herself. Like when I'm that caretaker, I'm nothing but a caretaker. Like I am always there for other people but never there for myself. Like I'm never selfish. I'm never taking care of myself. I'm never caring for the one person that's most important in my life, which is myself. And like that's a problem, because like I lose track of time and I lose track of myself, and I like don't like I don't like I don't know, I don't like take care of myself, and like that's not good. Because like if I don't take care of myself, like I'm not myself, you know? Like I'm just that mindless caretaker that I was like for a long time. And that's why it's so easy, because it's such a mindless role, because all you do is take care of other people, and it's fulfilling because like you're taking care of other people and it makes you feel good. But like it's not like something that's like, it's not like a, it's not me. It's like it's not me. Like it's only a part of me. It's not all of me. And when I slip into that caretaker mode, oh my god, I can't speak English. But like it just consumes me. Like, you know, like I can't think of anything else but taking care of other people, and like I can't like think of myself, and I can't think of my own future, and I like don't take care of myself, and like I don't find myself, and like I don't like I don't know, like it's really hard. But like yeah, like every time I call my mom or she calls me, like it's really hard, because like she's always reminding me of that past, and like triggering that caretaker side of me. It's really hard, because like I want to take care of her and I want to be there for her, but I know that if I'm in around her too much, or I'm taking care of her just a little bit too much, because all it takes is just a little bit too much, just like a smidge over the edge, and like I'm tipping over and I'm falling, and I'm in that full caretaker mode, and that's toxic for both me and my mom, because she needs to learn how to be independent. She needs to learn to take care of herself first, the same way that I do. So yeah, we can't like we need to like help ourselves before before we depend on each other, you know? Because like I get this like satisfaction and like this like good feeling from helping her, but then like it's also like a sickness kind of, because like it's not like a true good feeling, because like it's not something that I'm like satisfied with, because like I'm helping her and it gives me satisfaction, like, oh, I'm useful, and it gives me like this validation, but like it's not a good validation, because like I know it's wrong for me to be helping her so much, because she needs to be independent. She needs to be taking care of herself, because like she's an adult with mental illness, but like she's still an adult, and she's taking medication, and she's trying to take the initiative. And when we slip back into our dependent and caretaker roles, like we just keep taking steps back. And I need to be the responsible one and take a step back and be like, I'm not going there anymore, because like when I do take on that role, it's an empty fulfillment, because like it's not purposeful, it's not helping either of us. And like she needs to learn how to be independent, so I need to let her go, and she needs to let me go. But she's like fighting with her mental illness, but she needs to fight that battle on her own. I can't fight it for her, and she needs to stop depending on me to take care of her, because she needs to take care of herself as well as her mental illness by herself. It sounds heartless, and it makes me feel kind of sad that I can't be there to help her, but like it's not my job, and it shouldn't have been my job throughout my whole life. Like it should never have been my job, and like I just need to let go. But like I don't want to completely let go, because I never want to let go of our relationship, but I also like have a really dry throat. Like we need some distance. We need some kind of barriers that I have come to realize that I need to set up because she's not going to. She's gonna keep latching onto me like a leech and sucking me dry without even realizing it. And like I can't let that happen anymore. I need to like fucking like put a fucking like wall up, which sucks because like I want to be there for her. I want to be myself, but when I'm with her and I try and be myself, like I slip into my like if I'm around her too much, I slip into my caretaker role. And if I'm my genuine like real like honest self, like she doesn't comprehend what I'm saying, so I have to like distance myself, put a wall up for my caretaker side and put a wall up or a veil of my true self so that like she's not like confused, but I'm also like have to treat her kind of like a child, but like not fully like a child because otherwise I'll be in my caretaker mode. And it's so hard because like it's like on both sides I'm cornered. Like I have a veil, but then I also have a wall. Like hello, like it's really difficult, and it's also like really hard to like keep it up all the time and not have her realize anything's wrong. And like I want to be myself. I'm so tired of hiding things, but like it's just becoming increasingly clear that like right now at least, and maybe even forever with my mom, like I'm never gonna be able to be my real self, and like I'm just forever gonna be somewhat taking care of her or somewhat sheltering myself from her or somewhat sheltering her from something because of her mental illness and because of her like chemical imbalances. She cannot comprehend the real world the way that I'm able to. But just because I can doesn't mean that I need to shield her from everything, and doesn't mean that I need to take care of her solely. Like she needs to take care of herself to some level because like I can't take that role, because if I take that role it will consume me and I'll lose myself again, and I can't afford to do that because I have my own life to live. So yeah, but it's really hard because I have to keep a veil of like my true personality and like my true feelings and my true self, but then also keep up a wall of my caretaker side because like I can't let that side show either. And then I also like have to keep up appearances of her thinking that she's my parent, because if I don't, she's gonna lose it and she's not gonna be able to comprehend it. So that's like the veil of my true feelings again happening, where like I kind of act like a kid, but like I kind of act like her parent at the same time, but like to a limited extent because I can't do either too much because A, I'm not a kid anymore, and B, I'm not her parent. So, and I also can't fulfill the caretaker role, so like I have that unlocking key, but then I also have a veil of like my true self, because like if I show her my true self, she won't be able to comprehend it and she'll freak out. So it's really hard. Sorry, my throat is really dry. I've been talking for way too long. Shit. But yeah, that's it. That's the story of my dad and my mom, which I feel like I've been telling for like over and over and over, retelling. But the thing is, like, I keep making new revelations about my relationship with them and my relationships now, the new ones that I'm making, and the connections that I'm making now with them, and the connections that I've made in the past with them, and even the relationships that I'm currently making now that are affected because of them. And like it's just interesting to me, and like I just feel the need to like talk about it because like it really helps to like reflect on it. And like I'm sorry if it's being like really repetitive, but like it really helps me, so like, you know, it's fine. I also, good kind of sad news, but that kid in my class, or like that acquaintance slash friend who's like really petty right now and like hates me because of things out of my control, I moved away from him in class, so like I'm still kind of close to him, but like I'm not sitting directly next to him, so I don't have to deal with his like snobby like pushover like fucking like ignorant like behavior anymore, which I'm kind of sad though, because like he was a pretty cool friend, but like he's just not a good friend. Like, he is a cool person, and he can be a good person, but he's not a good friend. And like, he needs to learn how to grow up and become a good friend, but I can't make him grow up. And like, I can't make him a good friend. And if he's just gonna continue to hurt me, then I can't be his friend at all. So I need to distance myself from him too. So I'm gonna move away from him physically, because like, it's too much. Like, just sitting next to him is already draining enough. Like, having to like sit with him like for the rest of the year, and like having to put up with his behavior for the rest of the year is going to literally kill me. Because before I was mad, and I'm still kind of frustrated, but like, I'm not like as frustrated, and I'm just kind of like disappointed. And like, it's just draining, because like, I have to like treat him civilly, because like, I'm not gonna stoop to his level. But like, it's draining to like pretend that he's not hurting me, and like just have to put up with his like behavior, and like act like an adult when he's acting like a 3-year-old. And like, it's just frustrating. But like, I can't deal with it anymore. Like, I can't sit next to him and like pretend anymore. Like, I'm not gonna stoop to his level. I'm not gonna be like ignoring him, but like, I can't be around him if he's gonna treat me like the literal shit underneath his ass. So, I moved. Ugh. Anyways, throat fucking hurts, man. Okay, I talk way too fucking much. Anyways, goodbye.